morning, everyone. This is, for me, several years of participation over here, and I'm very fortunate that the kind words which have been said by the previous speakers. And first of all, I think it's a defining moment today. 20 years of Retailers Association of India, 20 glorious years. And we must all do a loud round of applause for Kumar, Mr. Biju Kurian, and Kulin Bhai, Dr. Hitesh, Gautam, and everybody at RAI. RAI is not just an association, but it is the backbone of retail when it comes to the entire industry's matters which are there, the kind of work at the background they do, whether it is GST, whether it is labor laws, whether over the years we have seen, all of us who have been associated and everybody in the industry, that the ease of doing business for us and solving a lot of problems, if anybody has really supported right from the core, it is RAI. And that's their really support to the industry. And of course, this event, this is really the Mahakumbh of retail, and it keeps growing. I think this year I am myself overwhelmed. I had to find my way. How, even Biju also said that we ended up in the wrong halls and then we came that side, this side. But this is the scale, I think. It represents our industry and truly our association, which is really taking it in the same way as we are growing in the industry. I must also thank Mr. Hugo. Ever since I have been coming here, he has been the one who has always been giving the kind introduction to all the speakers and the panelists. Coming to our today's agenda, and 2 days agenda and the event, if it is 16 pages of agenda, as Dr. Hitesh said, you can imagine how much knowledge we are all going to get, the opportunity to learn, the opportunity to really do the networking and take home lots and lots of good things from here. So all of us really will make the most of it. Regarding our industry and where we are, every year I speak about it and our perspective of where we are going and what we are doing. So this year, of course, I think the use of the word VUCA was not there in retail. Really, we are in that VUCA world. Globally from, without naming anybody, but the kind of uncertainty which is being brought, I mean, every day, and it is such an erratic situation, unsettling everybody. I think India is that way fortunate that we are an ecosystem where we are not afraid of anybody. We are able to manage everything. Our retail industry that way is very stable unless we make really blunders and go out of the way. The business, when set well, has the potential to give good returns and a stability. Good thing is also in retail that we don't have to predict like stock market what is going to come, and that prediction, nobody knows what is going to happen the next moment. In our case, there is stability, but yes, we have the responsibility to really understand and predict the customer behavior across us. If we don't do that well, obviously, then we are not in business. So our question is, can the customers and will the customers spend more with us? The whole problem everybody is trying to solve is draw the customers to themselves and give them confidence that we are there for you, which is what we do all the time, which is what everybody in the industry does all the time. More disposable income, as Biju explained, that with the budget there is more disposable income in a large number of people who belong to that bracket of income who have got the benefit. And of course, the ups and downs are there in terms of various economic factors. But really, I think we are in a fairly predicted and stable consumer mindset. And everybody who's doing right are benefiting in that manner. Organizations come and some shut down also, but we all know the prediction on that is pretty simple. Those who are going really, in adventure and going too far, too aggressive, there is history around that actually. So that can happen and will repeat. There's nothing, one can do about it. But those who are doing business with prudence, with the right trend, technology, and the effort, there doesn't seem to be a problem for them. And we see lots of success stories across the place. The number of stalls over here and the new players, and all are doing well. That's why they are all there actually. And many of them, we know how well they are doing. Coming to, in terms of the way of serving the customer, every year on year, I've been saying omni-channel is the way. To that, we add the quick commerce, the QCom as a new way. It is, of course, again, we also at Reliance, we are in that segment, and we will not be left behind. But it has to be done with caution and with the right kind of the methodology. What we believe is whoever is closer to the customer the time is that whoever is closer to the customer really will be serving the customer. Now, whoever is closer, it can be by the store or it can be by any other means. The product which is closer to the customer is asking for that product, and whoever reaches it fast, they will get it. But doing that, you come too close to the customer, you spread yourself too thin, all that has a cost actually. So the equilibrium around this is if the product is closest to the customer, maybe in a warehouse of somebody, maybe in a city which is different, but they are able to reach it. So finally, something can be very close to the customer. Fruits, vegetables, and things like that will be very close to the customer, but certain things will be away. So whoever is serving that from wherever in the most efficient manner will be able to sustain in the long term. So just doing rounds around something is something which can be enticing, but really the economics, really the long-term sustainability of that will really make a difference. So everybody has to be very careful when you get into a mode of servicing the customer, whether it is a short-term approach, whether it's a medium-term approach, or it's going to be long-term sustainable approach. Because putting in money into anything in retail, money gone is gone actually. The customer loyalty depends upon who is serving the customer at that point of time the best actually. So QCom definitely is there to stay in terms of those who will do it well and those who will do it prudently. Physical stores, they are not going anywhere. I always keep saying in every forum wherever I speak or I talk that QCom and the omni-channel and the store experience, these are all like what we do in the food, okay? There is a buffet, there is what you call the serving system. When the person is in the serving system, what happens, I mean, all of us go to Thali restaurant and we see what happens actually on a lighter side. That first the person will bring something, then suddenly you'll be like, wo farsan leke aa jao. Then you will send the same person, tell other person to get me that particular samosa which was there, or then that sweet. So the rounds are happening, right? In that same hall, the rounds are happening, and one person is bringing one, two piece to you, right? That's what happens in a QCom behavior, okay? And when you go to the buffet, you end up taking a big, all that what you need and you bring, and you are at some point in time when the persons are not coming to you in that manner, or you are looking for an item which is not coming, you really get upset and you want to, let me go and pick it up actually. And then you end up to that. So the customer is going to like both the behaviors, And the basket size in both the scenarios is going to be different. So if we look at this example, this is also not my own example. Somebody has, said, and I am just, I liked it. So I keep telling everybody, think about it, that do we want to do these rounds and in small this thing and incur the cost around it? Or do we want to be really serving the customer in a bigger basket? Both have right answers and both need to be done. Otherwise, you will be left behind in this thing, right? So even in a buffet system, you see always, right? There is the family which comes and really, aapko to lena hi padega, one rasgulla, one gulab jamun, right? So that's what it is. The customer has to be pampered in all ways. You have to be in every segment and do it prudently. That's what I would say about this, because this is a hot topic which needs everybody's mind thinking about it. Regarding the tierization of the cities, obviously tier 2, tier 3, they are more rewarding now, and definitely to be a pan-India presence and doing things all over India is really important for everybody, because you then really diversify yourself and bring your offering across the place. The ways of reaching to the customer in terms of the logistics and the supply chain have become so evolved. So many service providers have found their way. So I think that's growing. The market is becoming a very, very national market in an easy manner. Definitely, our challenge is always to be on profitability. The next phase of retail will be, very powerful interventions as we are seeing now of technology. Always technology was in place, but it was at the core of retail in terms of analytics, doing optimization. But the tools which are now available with AI and machine learning are far beyond. If everybody should definitely look at the power of conversational commerce, what is happening in terms of the machine able to understand the conversation, bringing it in our websites and the apps which are there to assist the customers in whatever way, whether it is in terms of the post-sales customer service or while assisted selling. Actually, it can be straight in the store also. What we use, an assistant in the store when you go guides the person through the entire shopping journey. This is something which we do, and it is there to stay. It will become more and more prevalent as the time to come. Optimizations and personalizations, these are just basics. When we talk now in terms of, we will have this 2-day session. In terms of every session, the core will be about AI, and it will be about the personalization or the optimization through some use of technology, some use case. And there are several people who are offering their services in different areas which they specialize. But the core of it, the idea is about the entire thought towards AI, which is there, and use it for a productive subject. Supply chain, of course, first mile, mid mile, and the last mile has become extremely important. The rider has suddenly become the most important person in retail. Earlier, it was the salesperson in the store, his skill set. Now you're talking about the rider, who is the most cost effective for you and available to you in the local market. So definitely there is a shift in who is actually interacting with the customer. First, our salesperson was interacting with the customer. Now it is the rider who is actually facing the customer. So different skill set, but definitely doing the service to the customer. So things will change and we have to adapt to that. Definitely about sustainability, everybody has to be very, very aware of that. Customers are rewarding those who are on the sustainability journey. It is not a waste of money. It is not this thing. In the time to come, if people who don't think about it, they will find it difficult to catch up, is what is our experience. And the retail journey is really the beginning. Opportunities ahead are bigger and better. And obviously, before closing, I would again come back to, RLS. 2 decades are 2 decades. We have many more decades coming. So please keep doing the good work. Please keep helping all of us, guiding us, and providing us these forums where we all come and really share thoughts and progress. Thank you so much.